debutantes, today we are back in the craft room to make a Christmas craft ornament. This is Pinterest inspired. I'm not sure if I saw it first on Pinterest or on Instagram. Probably Pinterest because I stalk Pinterest like a mad person. So let me show you what we're going to make today. We're going to make this cute little ornament that says adore him. It's super simple, probably less than a couple minutes. You could do this with your children as long as you're real careful with the glue gun, you know, depending on the age of your child. You could always put the glue on. You could use like a heavy tacky glue if you were going to do this with your kids. So let me show you what we need and how we're going to create this cute little ornament. Okay, so here are all the items you're going to need. I will explain them. You're going to need some polyester batting fiber fill that you would stuff like, you know, stuffed animals or anything like that. But honestly, this is about how much you need. So if you could pull this out, let's say a pillow, you could stitch it back up. I mean, there's no point in going out and buying a whole bag of polyfill when you only need this much. You could probably use a cotton ball, but I don't think it would give you the same look. But in a pinch, that would work. So this is about how much fiber fill that you will need. You will need a little tiny piece of paper to make the little banner that says adore him. These are called furniture buttons. Let me see if I can get up close to show you. These say 1/2 inch. I bought these at Hobby Lobby. This was actually the only size they had. They were $1.99. I think I used my coupon on these. I'm sure they sell these at other thrift stores, Michael's, Joann's, probably Walmart has these. So you'll need one furniture button for each ornament. Then you're going to need a little wooden star. I actually got this pack of stars. They're different sizes, and this was $2.99. You only need one star per ornament, so there you go. Then, of course, you're going to need the base of your ornament, which is this little tiny wreath. Let me see if it has a size on it. It does not, but I would say that's probably, what, 3-inch wreath. I did buy this one at Michael's, but they were cheaper at Hobby Lobby. You could buy 6 at a time, so you could easily make these as gifts for people, so you will need this little wreath. Then I use these little stamps. I think I got these in the dollar spot at Target. And of course, then you would need the little stamp pad that is, I think, a brown stamp pad, but it kind of shows up black. Now, if you have beautiful handwriting like Corinne from Miss Stone Home, you could easily write out adore him, but I thought I would try the stamps, so you will need that. Of course, you'll need a pair of scissors to do any trimming on the fiber fill and to cut out the banner out of your little piece of scrap paper. You will need a paintbrush to paint the stars. Paint any color you want. I used white because I was using this prismatic superfine glitter to put on my star and also to kind of shake over the fiber fill to give it a little sparkle. And then of course you will need a glue gun and some glue sticks. Again, like I said, you could use, let me see, let me get it for you. Hold on, I'm coming back. You could use this Aleene's original tacky glue. This is just like a really thick glue if you did not want to use a glue gun with your kids. So you could use this, but of course a glue gun, you get instant gratification. So I think that is everything that you will need. Oh, and then this little tiny piece of twine for the hanger on the ornament. So this is what we're going to make. So let me show you how we do it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to paint and glitter your star. And I just have a little piece of scrap paper so that when I glitter the star, I can then pour the glitter right back into the container. Again, I'm using the paint from the cap. It's just easier than pouring it into something else. There's plenty of paint in here. And you want to kind of really do the paint kind of thick because you want the glitter to have something to stick to. Of course, you could paint the sides and the back of this star, but for our purposes, I am just going to put the paint on the front of the star, and you can see it's kind of thick. Then I'm just going to put this aside. I'm going to take the glitter, if I can get it open, and I'm just going to shake a whole bunch of glitter on that star. Obviously way more than it's going to need to get glitter coated onto it. Let me kind of show you what this looks like. So you can see I have a pile of glitter on that star. And then I just kind of shake it, make sure it's covered. Oh, I'm trying not to stick my fingers into it. Shake the glitter off the star, and now you just want to set this aside so it is dry when you're ready to glue it on. And of course, just open up your glitter bottle and put your glitter right back in. This super fine glitter isn't exactly cheap glitter, but you can get it on sale or with your coupon at Michael's. I don't even know, this is really old. I think this glitter is, I want to say probably from the 80s. I got this from my grandmother's craft stash, but you want the super fine glitter. So then the next thing is you're going to take your fiberfill and you're going to kind of wad it up and make it look like swaddling, or like, you know, a baby's body in swaddling. And you really just kind of play with it. No big deal. Now what I did is I took my superfine glitter again. This lid does not want to work with me. And I just kind of shook some on the fiberfill just to give it shimmer. Now I probably should have done that over a plate because I used way too much glitter. I'm just going to get my piece of paper back again and kind of shake. You just want your fiberfill to have just the tiniest bit of shimmer, like so. Then you're going to take your wreath and your hot glue gun. Now again, you may have to, you know, re-swaddle this up. You're going to kind of see where you're going to want it, where it's going to look the best. I'm not really loving this big, thick piece of fiberfill, so I'm just going to pull that out. And then I'm going to actually kind of just put a little bit of glue inside the fiberfill, like that. And I'm just going to kind of squeeze that together to kind of give it some more body to hold. So that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to glue this on to where I think it's going to look good, and then I'll probably trim it a little bit. Just put a little bit of glue on the back, and then wherever you think you want it on your wreath, just set it like so, just like that. Now some of the glitter fell off. I'm just going to wipe it up off the table. So now it looks kind of puffy to me. Now this is of course personal preference. You can just kind of trim it up like so. You can, you know, play with it. It's all good. Then you're going to want to take your furniture button and glue that. Now I kind of want to hold it where I think it's going to go, so then I know where to put the glue on the button. And just put a bunch of glue on there. And then you're just going to kind of set it down into the fiberfill. And you can smush it around and play with it. You want it to look obviously like the head of a baby. Now the next step is to take your scrap piece of paper and cut out the banner shape that says "Adore Him" on it. And I just did this freehand. I kind of looked to see that this was about a good size. And then I just took my scissors and just kind of made a banner shape out of the paper, like so. And then I just followed that shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to kind of make it thick enough so your letters will fit. Of course you could write this on ahead of time and then cut it out, but that would have been too easy. So there I have my little shape that I can glue on here. I think it's a little long, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off each edge, keeping that little swirly shape intact, just like that. And now I have already taken out my little stamps and I put them in order. Adore Him. And then when I stamp, I like to have a wet paper towel and a dry paper towel nearby, so when I finish stamping, I can go ahead and dab the ends of the stamp on the wet paper towel and then dry them off, and then they're all clean for the next time. So let me show you. The pad won't open. Okay, so I have my pad open. And really, this is kind of self-explanatory, but I'll just kind of... Now you can tell that mine on the ornament I made, they're not perfectly straight. They're not in line, and I think that adds to the handmade quality of the ornament. So I am just going to go ahead and do that. And I put them in order so I could do this kind of quickly and I wouldn't misspell anything. The tripod's in the way, so I'm trying to get hold of the letter. And you can see this is very easy, not a big deal. Let's see if I can do all three of these at the same time. We'll see. That came out okay, a little spaced out. So then again, like I said, just kind of clean these up, and then they'll be ready to go for the next time. If you dry them off, they won't get moldy. So that is that step. Now, just a point, if you paint and use the lid to get your paint out of, make sure you put that lid back on, because I just knocked this bottle of paint over on my workstation and made a big hot mess, and I had to clean up all that loose paint everywhere. So just another tip. So then you're going to decide where you want this to be on your wreath, and then you're just going to put, you can put the glue on the wreath or on the tag. I think I'm going to do it on the ends. And this scrap paper is from the programs from Maureen's wedding that I had left over, so I am using what I have. So let's put this on like so, and of course you can pull the strings of the glue off. So now you have to secure your star where you want it, and that is, you know, wherever you want to put it is where you put it. So I'm going to take my star, I'm going to put a little glue right on the back of the star. That's probably a little too much, but it will work. And then I think I'm going to put my star right there. Just kind of hold it until it's done. Just like that. So now the only thing left to do is to add the burlap hanger and clean up your strings. Not the burlap, twine, you know what I mean. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two ends, and obviously they're kind of flailing a little bit, they're separating, and I'm just going to put a little glue right there, because you don't want that on the back of your ornament, and just hold that so it's glued. Now remember, my glue gun's not super hot, so I can just kind of hold it with my fingers. I'm going to put just a little bit back here, and then I'm going to secure it to the back of my wreath like so. Now you can see the twine. I'm going to trim that off. I made my little hanger a little too big, but you can see it's just right on the back. Wait for the glue to dry pretty good before you try to trim that twine, because you can make it come off. So I'm just going to take my scissors, get in there, and trim that a little bit. And you can see it's still glued. And then that is, your finished project. Now you could easily do like a assembly line of these and make these as package tags, or for ornaments, or even for neighbor gifts, anything like that. So again, I will try to find the Pinterest link for you and link it down below. I just saw the picture and said I could make that, so that's what I did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed, please do, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!